Hey, Revelation 14 says that the 144,000 are set apart because they haven't been defiled with women. And I think that's a really odd phrase to see in the Bible, but I think there's some explanations for it. So we've got this 144,000, we've got this remnant. They're the people around the throne of God. They kind of represent the whole company of the redeemed. And it says in 14:4 that these are the ones who have not been defiled with women, for they have kept themselves chaste. The word in Greek for chaste is actually the word parthenos. It's the word for virgins. And it's arresting to read it in Greek because it sounds like the kingdom of God is shall we say, populated by incels. And I think that's a kind of funny thing to see. So what would it mean? Does God dislike women? Does God think that women are unclean and wrong? And I don't think that's the case at all. The clue to understanding what this is about, it's actually really important for us to understand, I think, comes just a few verses later. In verse 8, this angel flying says these words, Fallen, fallen is Babylon the Great, she who has made all the nations drink of the wine of the passion of her immorality. And immorality there, that word hides that in Greek it's the word porneia. It's sexual immorality. Now, how do you commit sexual immorality with like a spiritual entity like Babylon? And I think that therein lies the answer. That what is virginal about the people of God is that they have refused a congress and mixture with the ways of the world. Like the withdrawal, the purity of God's people is that we've not been polluted by that Babylonian spirit. Now, this is an old Bible teaching. It goes all the way back. If you've read Proverbs 1 through 8 is a series of speeches by two women, and one woman is wisdom. Her house has 7 pillars, and she invites the young man to come and learn from her. So there's a female image of wisdom that's inviting the student to come to understand God's ways better. And then the other woman is the adulteress. And she promises things like, hey, my husband is gone, come visit. Or she says things like, stolen water tastes sweet. The pleasure in what is illicit. And I think the more, when we see that this wisdom literature is probably in the background, we can make sense of what it means for Revelation 14:4 to say that we should be chaste with respect to the allures of the world, pending the condemnation of the world's way of doing things that's coming with the condemnation of Babylon in the future. So what does it mean to be this kind of chasteness with the world? Well, that's a bit of a tougher question to answer, I think. What are the allurements of the world? What are the ways the world tries to entice us to draw out of it? What are the ways we are tempted to pollute ourselves with the ways of the world? But those are the questions I think that we do need to ask when we read texts like Revelation 14. And not jump to linguistic conclusions because we've made mistakes in some of our reading or because we just don't understand how these pieces come together. But we see these things. We see the people of God withdraw from the world. We see them take a stand against Babylon. We see Babylon entice the world to become part of its wickedness. And I don't think we're looking again at future things. We're not looking at a future Babylon. The spirit of Babylon is here now. The spirit of Babylon that entices the people of God to be polluted by its wealth, its power, its pleasures, that's fully operative right now. We don't need to look to the future to see how we as God's people should be pure with respect to that worldly spirit. Okay, so Revelation 14, some interesting thoughts. I hope you find them helpful. Blessings.